Hey there guys, today I'm going to be talking about getting your eBay account ready for drop shipping on eBay, because you've got to be prepared. You can't just dive in and go straight in and drop ship, so getting your account prepared. What do I mean by prepared? You've obviously signed up, the account's running, so I guess you're prepared to drop ship. No, I don't think you're ready. I mean, you could, but I wouldn't go about it in that way that quick, because this is me talking from experience. I'm a month in, I dived in instantly trying to drop ship random items, and it just didn't work. So you've got your eBay account, right? You've sorted it all out, like the name, the business name or whatever, the sign up and all that stuff. You can put your picture up there. You can write your information, your little bio. Put the channel. I call it channel art, but it's not YouTube. It's eBay. So your page header up there. Just optimize your page first of all. And you've got to realise, when you have got a new eBay account, you have got zero feedback, and you also have a listing restriction. So you can only list 10 items maximum when you first make an eBay account. So 10 items. So, and we all know drop shipping, you need a lot of listings. You need to list every day, fill up the listings. You need all that space, because only a fraction of that stuff is going to be selling on a daily basis. So if you've got 10 drop shipped items on a new eBay account with zero feedback, the chances of you making a sale are pretty slim. So I wouldn't recommend starting up drop shipping on a fresh eBay account. I'm going to say minimum time to consider starting will be a month. Get a month under your belt, because as I mentioned before, you've got all the restrictions, the limits and stuff. So in that time, what are you going to focus on in that month? Right, so no feedback, 10 listings. What does that mean? We've got to build the feedback up, and we've got to build the listings up, the listing limit allowance. So how do we do these things? Well, this is what I done. I found stuff in my house that I didn't want or need, that was easy to post, and I put them up for auction, because I didn't care how much I would get for these items. I just wanted to make sales. I wanted to, experience the process of selling on eBay, and in return, hopefully, get ratings back, And I have to say, half the stuff I sold, I didn't get ratings back for those. There's actually one guy actually asked to give me a feedback, but he didn't. So I wouldn't recommend pestering people to give you feedback, because that looks a bit needy, and you just got to it does suck when you've sold a few items and you haven't received any feedback for it. Maybe people will come back and log in and send you the feedback, or maybe they just won't. Some people probably don't send feedback. However, I did receive one seller's feedback, which is good. Like, one is better than none, but it's not the best, is it? So yeah, I'd say build your account up in that way first. Forget about the drop shipping for now. I'm sure there's stuff in your house that you could get rid of. List it all up, try and get rid of all of that. You only got 10 listings to work with. Maybe you could stick 1 or 2 drop shipping items on that list, see what happens, test the waters, and that's sort of that's sort of getting your feedback there, and proving on eBay to them that you can actually sell stuff, and it'll just make your limits go up more quicker, higher. So another trick with the feedback is, when you buy items and when you buy things, people give you feedback back for buying their stuff, like, oh, great and quick service, quick fast payment and all that stuff they write on there. So what I would do is I'll go in the auction section and I'll just like bid on a few items that I don't need or want, but they're cheap, like 1p auction, and you end up like paying like £1 or just over £1 to get these items at the end of the auction. But you know, it's an investment, you know, to build up your feedback. This is why I said in the previous video, you do need funds to drop ship on eBay. Like, you got to pay for the listings, you know, the whole PayPal holding your money situation. You need that extra money there to go and fulfill these orders. And you know, you've got to invest the money in the way I mentioned with buying. You can also go on Amazon or whatever you want to dropship for, find cheap items and put them up for auction. Obviously you're not going to get that money back or make profit, you're going to lose money, but you know, at the end of the day you're making sales and you're going to end up building your feedback up. And also with you buying the cheap items, you're going to build your feedback up, but you're losing money in this process. But I guess this is like an investment into your page. You know, you've got to build your page up and invest in it, and then you'll be making the sales. Obviously you're going to be in deficit, losing money. But the way I did it was on my channel, on my page, is I attempted to drop ship a few items and sell a few items. A few of my items didn't sell, but a few other of the items sold. Like, the majority of the time, if you put things on auction, they're pretty much going to sell, but you may not get the price you wanted for them. But that's for you to decide. And then I managed to shift 8 items in a month, which is good, because then you get the review and they see if they can up your listings. So I had 2 listings left at the end of the month available. Anyways, that month has gone past. My first month, I'm currently completed my first month on eBay, and the second month is now, but it hasn't. I don't think it's kicked in on my page. You know, a few more days and it'll be a full month that I've been doing eBay and partially drop shipping on there. We ain't got into that bit yet, but someone recommended I actually call eBay up, and as long as I've made a sale, and it's been a month, which I've made sales and it's been nearly a month, call them up and ask them to up your listings. And I did hit a bit of a rocky road on that one, as I mentioned in the previous video, that I had an eBay account years ago that I sort of neglected, and it got suspended. I didn't know it got suspended, but I knew I owed them money, but I sort of forgot about it. And they brought that up. I had to resolve that issue first, pay for it, you know, get the suspension taken off, and then shut that account down. And then I got through to speak to someone to get my account limits boosted. So I got my account limits boosted up to 50 listings instead of 10, which is much better. You know, it's not the best, but you know, it's a start, much better than 10. So I'm entering my second month now, and I've got 50 listings I can use. And you know, and in this time, I am listing drop shipping items in my lists. I haven't filled it up yet, but I'm going to. But I am listing drop shipping items in my lists. I've got a few items that I'm trying to get rid of still, and I'm also trying to build my feedback up at the same time, because at the minute we're still in single digits for my feedback, and ideally I want to get it into at least 3-digit, like over 100 feedback. So if you think about it, 100 looks so small compared to some people's thousands of feedback. And you've got to realise it's going to take time to build that up. You know, that's not going to happen overnight. You know, I've been on it in a month, and I'm almost in double-digit feedback, which is okay for a month, I guess. But if we want to speed things up, we've got to try and build that feedback up quick, which is going to make your account look good to potential buyers. Because if you're new and your feedback's quite low, you might get snubbed in the list of other options, because the other options around you might look more attractive for them to you know, continue with the deal and buy the item. Because you're going to have people selling the same stuff as you see, and you're competing against people. So you've got to sort of get this strategy underway to build your account up. And then in time, when you build your feedback up, you know, you've invested all that money doing the things I mentioned, you're going to start making profits slowly. It's going to start being like beneficial, like the things you did. That's why I say you've got to have a strategy. You can't just go on their list, dropship, and say, oh, I haven't sold nothing, nothing's happened, this don't work. Because initially I thought I could just go and start drop shipping, but then I realised, look at other pages, look at their feedback, and look at their listings. I have to build those things up as well to get where I want to get to. So you've got to have patience. I recommend, you know, planning things out. Once you get to the try and make quick, easy sales to begin with. You know, try and get the sales under your belt, get the swing of things. You know, try and build the feedback up, and then once you get to the end of the month on your new account, see if they're going to increase your listings. If they don't, call them up, try and get through. You know, you come up to an automated service, try and find your way out of that, like, and try and get into a call with someone and speak to them. Say you want to increase your listings because it's inhibiting your business or your selling capabilities, and they will, like, if it's been a month and you've made some sales, they should up it to at least 50, because that's what they did with me. And so now we've got 50 listings, so we're bound to make some sales, and we're still going to continue. And what I realised, like, auctions most of the time sell. So if you go and look for cheap items on Amazon, get, like, I don't know, 10 auctions going, and you know, within like whatever time limit you set it to, like 3 days or 5 days, all of those are going to sell. But you are going to lose money, but you're going to potentially get 10 feedback added onto your feedback. Sellers feedback, because there's buyers feedback and sellers feedback. You want to sort of boost up both, but if you build up the sellers feedback, people are going to think, oh, this guy's reliable, I'm going to buy his item. So yeah, I don't think many people talk about these early stages and how to go about things in the early stages and the strategies to put into practice. Because people, like, they just say, yeah, drop shipping, sort of went into it, I sold one thing, and then the next month I just sold loads of things and I made loads of money, and it's easy and you don't need money to do it. But, like, I'm speaking from experience and I'm just saying real and how it is, and I'm sure many other people out there experience the same things. And if you are new and thinking of getting into it, you know, subscribe to my channel and watch my previous videos. I'm going into detail here on my experience in getting my account ready to actually go full on drop shipping. Because at the minute I am drop shipping, but it's not where I want it to be. Now, these are the early stages. These are the, like, building the foundations of the business. So yeah, that's what I would recommend your first month into this drop shipping adventure. That's my advice and my opinion. You don't have to take it, you know, you can go do what you want, go your own route, but that's what I'm doing with my page. Building up the feedback, making the sales, investing money in getting you know, and then the PayPal in time, they're going to trust you more and they're going to be giving you your money quicker, not holding it and stuff like that. You've got to, like, test the waters and make sure the systems are working, you've got the hang of it, and things are running smoothly. You don't want to go in 100% and then things just mess up. You know, it's best to scale up slowly, as I realised, because I've actually made my third. I'll save that for another video. We'll talk about that in another video. So thanks for watching, guys. This has gone on for too long. You know, people might not have watched it up to this point. They might have cut off. And I don't want to say things that I would want to talk about in next videos, and people don't know what I'm on about. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next video.